You're browsing the net, you want to capture information while you're doing it. You don't want to do bookmarks. You want to be able to refer back to web pages that maybe you're not online. You just want a store of all the information that is pertaining to your interest. And Scrapbook, in my mind, is the best of the bunch. It's the most powerful tool I've found, and that's one of the reasons why Firefox is my preferred browsing client. On Scrapbook here, you can see the layout of stuff. You just create a folder and it all gets dropped in. This is recipes and so on. Now it can be shared if you put it, say, into Dropbox and you make it a public file. Then people can use your Scrapbook if that's what you wish to do. I don't want to do that. A lot of the stuff on here is private. I've got all my tracking information for parcels coming in and so on and so forth. Now you can do a very easily search for stuff. DIR-300 for example. That's a modem that I'm looking at the moment, and there's all the information on that particular modem. And if I click on that, this is actually a bookmark within Scrapbook. If I click on that, that will bring this page here up. I'll try to be fairly quick on it. I'll go back to where I was. The most important thing about this Scrapbook is the ease of getting information into it, and the other Evernote and the rest of them can take note here. Now if I want to take this page and put it into Scrapbook, I go down here and I can save it as a bookmark, and I can put it into any of the folders by selecting one of the folders. Those are the folders that were over on the left hand side that you just looked at a minute ago. I can save the page as e.g. a PDF file or whatever you like. I can save the page save the page as, let's see, I haven't used that one before, as a custom PDF, right? Yeah. And all of these functions here, so I can actually make a document out of that page. I don't want to do that in this particular instance. I want to save the page into, for example, DIR-300. Now if I click that, the page in its entirety will be saved and I can look at it later offline, and it's very, very quick, no mucking around. Okay, so we will I'll just remind you that's called Scrapbook. And I only wished some of the other utilities that work with Android had the same features as this, because this is a great client, and unfortunately it does not have a Android counterpart to work with it. That's its biggest downfall. Android or Macintosh or Windows. So I'll just pause that here. Now that we know that Scrapbook is perfect for Firefox but only suitable for Firefox and doesn't work with your phone, we'll move on to the other desktop to phone clients. Why I use Scrapbook as an example is because ideally it would have a phone application, and hopefully anybody some people who are watching this may be developers and pick up on that. Anyway, here's just a quickie. FoxToPhone is a utility which is an add-on for Firefox, and it pops this little beastie up here, and if you right click on it, you can send the clipboard that's on your PC to your phone. You can send files, folder. It's quite a useful utility, and it's very basic. It's not of the ilk of Evernote and so on, but I just thought I'd mention it because it is useful. Okay, so I'll just go back to the original page we were looking at before. Now we've moved on here to Springpad, which is another client. Now say for instance I wanted to get this into Springpad. I right click on the page and there's the send page to Android. I can do that, or I can go to Springpad, click on that, and there seems to be a bit of a glitch in the Firefox Springpad extension because it doesn't work too well on the menu, but even when it does work, the ability to transfer a page from Firefox to Springpad is not really that flash. You sort of end up with something like this. You have to click up here, and then you can add stuff by clicking on that, or you can take a portion of the page and click on that. It's, in short, it's very messy on the PC end. In Android it's apparently quite a good program. I haven't looked at the Android client, but in a PC I'm not that impressed with it. Moving on to the next one is called CatchNote, and the idea is that you catch whatever's on the web page and send it to your Android or iPhone client. The web interface seems to be pretty straightforward. If I right click on my page here, wrong place there, right click there, you won't see down the bottom it says CatchNote from selection. Well, I haven't selected anything, but that doesn't matter. However, when I do that CatchNote, I've already, one page for CatchNote was already open over here. Each time you do a CatchNote, the client opens a new CatchNote page. So once again we're hindered by having to interface with a web page, and the page that I've just done is down the bottom here. So if I click on that, that's what I've captured there. Nothing too flash about it. It works, but I don't like this. Fortunately there's no login annoyances with this particular program. Right, moving on to what's meant to be the King Buana is Evernote as the desktop client to put info into Android or anything else. Evernote's probably the most well-known application, or in this case it's an add-on for Firefox. If I want to do something with this page, I just right click to get a menu up, and you won't be able to see this once again, but if I go right down to the bottom out of your vision, it says add to Evernote, and if I want to clip this page or clip URL or make a new note out of the page, I can do it from this menu. So that I get three options. So I'll click on clip this page. Now here's problem number one. I want to clip a page. I don't want to muck around signing into a stupid modal show modal form, which is just going to slow me down. Okay, I've got to only do it once, but you know, guys, why do you throw this rubbish in on top of stuff when we're trying to do a job here? I'll pause this and sign in, and then we'll just see what we can do with it. Actually, that got from bad to worse. That little show modal form that popped up, using my LastPass password utility, the modal form just disappeared off the screen. So what I've had to do is manually go to Evernote, sign in, and then use the now I'm going to have to use this clip to again clip this page to Evernote, and oh, it's come up with the Evernote web clipper. It doesn't even know that I'm already signed in. It's extremely frustrating. Once I've signed in, then fine, it'll start to work, but I can't use LastPass to fill this form in. I've got to manually put my email address and manually put my password in, and then it'll work. So why create such a big fight for us, you guys that design Evernote? I'm not even going to go any further with this, so I'll close that one down and we'll move on from Evernote to something that actually works for me. Friends, I wanted to do a review also on Ubernote, which looked pretty reasonable, but unfortunately that didn't work on with my PC. No matter what I tried to do, that I got rid of cookies and cache and everything that was recommended in their troubleshooting. The Ubernote crashed each time I tried to use it on Firefox, so unfortunately we've got to miss that one out. But moving on to the next one, this is Memmonic, M-E-M-O-N-I-C, and when we use that, you'll see how that performs by right clicking on the desktop, moving down, and I can just click on read later, and wait for Memmonic to do its thing. It's just got to load up for the first time. Once it's loaded up, after that it's reasonably quick, so you can add tags and so on to that. Okay, so that's using option 1 with the, now we do a Memmonic screenshot, and that's just a basic screenshot. Those are the two quick menu options that are available, but also what you can do with the screenshot is annotate the screenshot, which means that you can add things like a highlight box. I'll put that there just to highlight that bit there, and you can add other things like text here, and then save it, and that's how the screenshot will be saved as that. Okay, that should automatically close down. It's well designed, the interface, in such a way that you don't get invasive login procedures, you don't get invasive new tabs being flicked up and having to play around with. Now the right click menu is a short form. The faster option, the more comprehensive option, you've got clip content, read later, bookmark, screenshot, and write a note. Write a note's anything that you like to be doing. Gathering mode, you have to be in the pro version, that doesn't work in the free version. Okay, so all in all, this Memmonic is streets ahead of the other ones for my type of requirement, where I just want to get stuff off web pages and put them into a store where Android can look at them, or I can look at them on Firefox as well. The shortfall of it is, unfortunately, you're limited to 100 notes, which I certainly would have a lot more than that within Scrapbook. Looking at, for example, if I click on advertising, well, there's not many under advertising, but developer, there'll probably be quite a few here. Submenus, programming, all of those, there's easily 200 or 300 in mine, and I'm not prepared to pay for these things because, for example, Scrapbook's free and it does a very, very good job. So to summarize, for me, Scrapbook is the best, as I've said. However, it doesn't work with Android. The next option would be Memmonic, if you're happy with 100 notes only. and the other option would be Ubernote, which in my case doesn't work, but it may well be suitable for you, and I can't make any comments since I haven't been able to use it. Thank you for watching this video, and God bless you. Bye.